Wel- Welcome to Mayor Carter's 2025 State of our City. Please make your way into the gym. The address will begin in 5 minutes. Thank you. Welcome to Mayor Carter's 2025 State of our City. Please make your way into the gym. The address will begin in 5 minutes. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Please take your seats. Welcome, everyone. My name is Alyssa Moore. I'm a fifth grade student from St. Paul Music Academy. I'd like to introduce and invite Council President Rebecca Naker to the stage.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day to be gathered together in our gorgeous North End Community Center. I thought I would start with an applause line from the mayor, so I wanted to start off that way. I am so grateful to all of you for being here. It is an honor to join Mayor Carter, Deputy Mayor Tincher, and our neighbors here at our gorgeous new community center for the annual State of Our City address. Alyssa, you are awesome. Where are you? Where did you go? You're awesome. Thank you so much. You have it at public speaking. And thank you also to the St. Paul Music Academy 5th grade scholars from Ms. Abby's class who walked over to join us for this occasion. I also want to thank Nitai Kashya for their remarkable dance performance. If you were here earlier, you saw them. Nitai Kashya is a Hmong dance program founded in 2024 at the Rice Rec Center. Now in its second year, the program is thrilled to continue here at the North End Community Center. The group meets weekly to rehearse Hmong dances, preparing to perform at various community events throughout the year, including the annual Hmong New Year celebration at the River Center in November. At this time, it is my distinct honor to welcome the St. Paul Police Department Honor Guard to present the colors and the Como Park High School Choir to sing the national anthem. The Como Park High School Choir program is comprised of 3 ensembles under the direction of Mr. Boy Tran. The ensembles include the Cub Choir, the Golden Harmonies, and the Como Singers. All 3 ensembles will be performing the Star Spangled Banner, arranged by T.W. Chadwick, words by Francis Scott Key. Please rise if you are able and remain standing for the presentation of the flags and the national anthem. All right, let's give it up again for the Como Park High School Choir. They were fantastic. Thank you all again for joining us today. This is now the part that is every elected official's nightmare, forgetting to name another elected official. But I'm going to try. I think we have a complete list. We are so grateful to everyone who's taken the time to join us today. In addition to the dignitaries that I already mentioned, I am very honored to be joined by my council member colleagues, Councilmember Anika Bowie, Councilmember Sarah Jost, Councilmember Matt Pravratsky, and Councilmember and HRA Chair Shaniqua Johnson. We are also honored to have State Senator Claire Umu Verbaden here. Ramsey County Manager Ling Becker. Ramsey County Commissioner Rena Moran. Ramsey County Commissioner Tara Jebin Singh. And Ramsey County Commissioner Garrison McMurtry. We have State Representative Dave Pinto. We have St. Paul School Superintendent Stacy Stanley. We have St. Paul School Board Director Uriah Ward. And I think finally, last but not least, St. Paul School Board Director Carlo Franco. If I missed you, you can catch me in the hallway afterwards and berate me then. At this time, I would like to invite Mayor Carter, Deputy Mayor Tincher, Chief Henry, and the Riley family to the stage for the Medal of Honor ceremony.
Good morning. Thank you, Council President Naker, Deputy Mayor Tincher, Police Chief Axel Henry, Fire Chief Butch Inks, City Attorney Lindsay Olson, Office of Neighborhood Safety Director Brooke Blakey, and Emergency Management Director Rick Shute, as we present the Mayor's Medal of Honor, our city's ultimate recognition of public service. Today, we present this honor to the family of Officer Felicia Riley, who concluded her final tour of duty earlier this year after 17 years of service to our city. She's the first St. Paul female officer to die from injuries sustained in the line of duty, a heartbreaking milestone that deepens the weight of her sacrifice. On March 24th, 2010, Officer Riley responded to a 911 hang-up call where she was violently attacked. Her injuries that day forced her to leave the job she loved and began what Chief Henry called a fight for the rest of her life. Officer Riley faced that fight with courage and grace. She forgave the man who harmed her. She stayed connected with her department, and she remained a beacon of strength, faith, and compassion for the community she loved. On March 1st, Officer Riley passed away as a result of her injuries. Please join me in a moment of silence to recognize Officer Riley. Thank you. We gather here to celebrate her name, to honor her service, and to carry her story forward. Her husband, Matt, is here with us this morning. We thank you and your entire family for sharing her with us. Each year at our annual ceremony to honor officers lost in the line of duty, we toll a beautifully ornate ceremonial bell once for every officer we've lost. It's a beautiful bell that tolls a terrible toll. We will ring it for Officer Felicia Riley this year, and next year, and every year. We will ensure her heroism is never forgotten and her memory never fades. Please join me in welcoming Matt Riley to accept the 2025 Mayor's Medal of Honor in her name. Let's go take a picture together down here.
Thank you, Mayor, Deputy Mayor, Chief Henry, and a special thank you to the Riley family. And don't go too far, Mayor. We're going to need you back up here shortly. We are living in interesting times. So many of us are here today because we love our community, we love our society, and we want to do our part to make it better. And I doubt that any of us ever imagined when we got into the lines of work that we are in, that we would be living in a time when our communal future would be as fraught and uncertain as it is now. And yet maybe we're here. Maybe we're in the roles that we're in precisely to meet this particular moment. In just a few minutes, we'll hear from Mayor Carter about the state of our city. Before we do, I'd like to share with you how your city council is approaching its work during this unprecedented time. At our strategic planning retreat in February, our council discussed the challenges facing our city, and we determined that there's only one way to respond. Lean in. Lean into our belief that no matter what else is going on in the world, local government can be a force for good. Work harder than ever before, not only to deliver for our constituents, but to really hear our constituents, to break down that distrust that we feel creeping into our local civic spaces. We agreed on 5 key policy priorities: housing, economic development, climate, fiscal resilience, and public safety. And we are moving forward on them with urgency. On housing, we simply need more of it. Lots more of it. Affordable at all income levels so we can welcome everyone who wants to call St. Paul home. And we must ensure that the more than 50% of St. Paul residents who rent their home have housing choice and housing protection. I am so grateful to my colleagues who are spearheading the introduction of 2 major pieces of legislation. To Councilmember Sarah Jost for her tireless work to amend our rent stabilization ordinance to boost housing production, and Councilmember Shaniqua Johnson, who is the lead author on restoring our tenant protections. Thank you both so much. Economic development is perhaps our most important task. We must grow our tax base if we want to keep providing the excellent public services that our residents expect while minimizing tax increases. In particular, we must revitalize the economic engine of our city, downtown St. Paul. I'm grateful that my colleagues see downtown not as a Ward 2 issue, but as a vital part of our economy for whose success all of us are responsible. Our council allocated over $1 million to a downtown office to residential conversion program that will incentivize developers to give new life to vacant downtown office buildings. We are commissioning an economic development strategy to identify key industries to attract to St. Paul, revising our sign ordinance to make it easier for businesses literally to hang out their shingle. And on Wednesday, we will be launching a brand new $1.4 million commercial corridors fund to support small businesses on main streets in every St. Paul neighborhood. A strong economy will pave the way for our third priority, fiscal resilience. During our budget process last year, the council heard from St. Paul residents throughout the city who are struggling to afford rent, childcare, and groceries, and for whom tax increases are becoming unsustainable. We significantly reduced the proposed levy increase last year, but we know we need more systemic budget changes, especially when federal funding cuts are being threatened to cities like St. Paul who stand up for their residents and stand up for their values. You can applaud to that, that's fine. A big thanks to my colleagues, Council Members Nelsie Yang and Council Vice President Hwa-Jung Kim for chairing a year-round budget committee, which will allow us to dive deeper into our city budget and identify ways to be more efficient and resilient. As the ecological threat to our planet grows, our climate justice work must continue. Our Power of Home program to help low-income residents weatherize their homes will be approved in the coming weeks, and we'll be working with our environmental partners to continue our climate efforts in a time of reduced federal funding. Our newest colleague, Council Member Matt Pravratsky, is a self-proclaimed transit nerd, and we're eager for the leadership he will bring as we build out our transit and bike network. Finally, none of this matters if people do not feel safe. We must ensure public safety in our neighborhoods, on our streets, and in our public transit. I'm very grateful to Councilmember Anika Bui for her leadership in creating a public safety committee, which will help the council gain better insights into the workings of our first responders and the Office of Neighborhood Safety. At a time of chaos and uncertainty, local government is more important than ever. I am so thankful to work with such a thoughtful, brave, dedicated group of colleagues who show up every day to do the hard work. None of us imagined that we would be serving in a time like this, but all of us are ready to meet the moment. We're honored to do that work in partnership with all of you, and with perhaps our closest partner, Mayor Melvin Carter, a tremendous and tireless champion for our city, who will now deliver the State of our City address. Thank you.
Good morning again, and welcome to the 2025 State of Our City Address. It means so much to be here today at the North End Community Center with all of you. This building stands as a promise kept, a beautiful, vibrant, deeply loved hub of community, learning, and joy. It represents not only what we've built together, but what we've chosen to build with care, with courage, and with the love for one another. I'm grateful for the creativity and vision of our design team, Chris Stark, Alice Messer, and David Ronzani. You crafted this space with such intention and such care, ensuring it stands for generations to come. To our City Council, thank you for the honor of serving alongside you. And a special welcome to Councilmember Matt Pravratsky, who has jumped right in to serve the people of Ward 4 with insight and energy. Thank you, sir. To Deputy Mayor Tincher, our leadership team, and incredible city staff, thank you for showing up every day with purpose and passion. To my parents, Met Council Member Tony Carter and retired St. Paul Police Sergeant Melvin Carter Jr., thank you for the path that you've paved for me as a family member and as a community leader. And to my adored First Lady, Sakina Futrell Carter, thank you for being the strength that steadies me every step along the way. Thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for bringing me Cara oranges right when I need them. when we cut the ribbon here just 2 weeks ago. Council Vice President Kim and I were honored to welcome the children in attendance to their new recreation center. We were honored to challenge them to look out the window at their park, look across the street at their library, and to live every day as responsible stewards of their city, of our city. Because this city is so much more than our place to live and work. It's our place to share. It's our place to grow. It's our place to lead by showing up for one another. And every step forward we take together begins with that simple act, showing up. A safe and hopeful city is the foundation for everything else we build. That's why public safety has been our uncontested top priority since day one. Our Community First public safety framework drives a coordinated emergency response, and just as importantly, focuses on stopping crime before it starts. This approach isn't new. It's the same way we all protect the people we love. When we care about someone's safety, we don't just wait to respond, we work to prevent harm from happening at all. We use seatbelts, car seats, stair gates, outlet covers, everything we can think of to help build safety into everyday life. That's how we protect our children and the people we love. Speaking of which, I missed one important protocol. Amila. Hi, thanks for being here. That's how we protect the people we love. And now that's what we're doing together at the city scale. And we're just getting started. Under the leadership of Police Chief Axel Henry, Fire Chief Butch Inks, City Attorney Lindsay Olson, Neighborhood Safety Director Brooke Blakey, and literally every single member of our team, we're bringing the full strength of our entire city government to the work of public safety. Our teams don't just show up in crisis. They build trust every day as neighbors and partners, and the results speak for themselves. As of April 11th, we've seen a 73% drop in non-fatal shootings and zero, yes, I said zero, gun-related homicides so far this year. Our officers have seized 119 illegal firearms. Auto thefts have dropped from 859 in early 2022 to 236 by this March. Carjackings dropped from 23 to 5. We created a non-fatal shootings unit to stop cycles of retaliation and improve our solve rates. In just 1 year, our clearance rates jumped from 38% to 71%. These are successes of our police department, and there's so much more. They reflect the strength of a full public safety partnership. Our officers, our neighborhood safety teams, our city attorneys, and every department working together. Our Office of Neighborhood Safety builds relationships and delivers support where it's needed most. Programs like Familiar Faces and Project Peace surround those most at risk with care and coaching. Our Aspire initiative and Goals Not Guns campaign give young people the tools they need to make safe and healthy choices. We're opening doors to new careers through our EMS Academy, where high school seniors are gaining life-saving training, earning college credit, and becoming certified EMTs. From there, they can join our basic life services program, receive paramedic training, and enter the fire department. 15 firefighters completed our paramedic school training last year, and 15 more are on track this year. And we'll also welcome 21 new recruits this May. To meet growing demand, we're opening a new fire station tomorrow on our east side, responding to a long-standing disparity in fire fatalities on that part of town. This is a clear example of how prevention drives our strategy, not just responding faster, but planning our neighborhoods to be safe by design in the first place. This past November, we launched Minnesota's first electric fire engine, the first new rig in our fleet since the 60s. And a second electric engine is on the way, thanks to a grant from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. These new rigs aren't just cleaner, they're better. They fit into tighter spaces. They run quieter, so firefighters can communicate better during an emergency. And they can start pumping water before the vehicle even parks on the scene, preserving critical, life-saving seconds. But even as we make progress in so many different areas, a new emergency is testing the limits of our framework, the largest drug epidemic of our lifetimes. This fentanyl crisis won't be solved with reaction alone. And it can't be solved with a playbook from history or from another city. Just like we did with gun violence, we must build new strategies together. In 2024, 840 Minnesotans died from opioid overdoses. That statistic is already rising, and its impact is devastating. Just 4 months ago, right here in St. Paul, we lost all of the love, all of the laughter, all of the limitless potential of an 18-year-old child who died from fentanyl exposure. Our first responders have already expanded the use of Suboxone and Narcan to help people begin recovery the moment they're ready. In the coming weeks, we'll announce plans for a citywide fentanyl summit, bringing policymakers face-to-face with doctors, neighbors, people with lived experience, and anyone else who can help. This crisis demands all of us facing this common adversary and saving lives together. Our progress is no accident. It's the result of teamwork, first responders, outreach workers, city staff, and neighbors all rowing in the same direction. The challenge before us now is simple but powerful: to love our whole city the same way we already love the people we love. That's how we'll build lasting safety for all of us. Building lasting safety will always be our top and most important job. But our most urgent job right now is meeting the moment downtown. What happens downtown affects every neighborhood, every business, every family in our city. We're facing a real challenge. The shift to hybrid work has emptied out offices. Commercial values are down, key buildings sit dark, and downtowns across the country are fighting to figure out what comes next. But we're not waiting to see what happens. We're acting with urgency and with a plan. We're working to bring 20,000 more residents to downtown, and we're unlocking the space to make that happen. Sherman Associates is adding 174 new homes at the former Ecolab University building, now called the Stella. They're also transforming Landmark Tower with leasing set to begin soon. And our city team is leading the conversation of transforming the Annex building into housing and public space. A major proposal is moving forward on the Central Station block, adding 300 homes and 10,000 square feet of street-level retail next to the Green Line and Gold Line. This is what it looks like to design a city for people. Just a third of our downtown office space lies vacant right now. But our housing is over 90% full. That gap shows us exactly where the opportunity is. By converting vacant offices into homes, we can meet demand, grow our population, and bring new life to our downtown. To that end, we've put $1 million behind new office-to-housing conversions, cutting costs and red tape to make projects happen faster. We also know that ground floor retail matters. It brings life to the sidewalks, supports small businesses, and helps people feel safe. That's why we're investing $1.4 million through our Commercial Corridors Fund to support business growth downtown and across our neighborhoods. We've also committed $275,000 for downtown patrol shifts, $200,000 for downtown camera infrastructure, $285,000 in ongoing support for the Downtown Improvement District, $265,000 for public art and space activation, plus added investments in signage, trash cans, lighting, and tree trimming. We are all in together on the future of our downtown. There's no way I could deliver that strategy alone. That thought process I just shared is driven by the strong coalition of private businesses, public sector entities, nonprofit organizations, and our philanthropic foundations. Working together, we've launched a downtown investment strategy, expanded the improvement district, and created a downtown development corporation, all focused on building forward together. I thank our St. Paul Downtown Alliance for your leadership in making all of that happen. Thank you. And we're making a difference. The Minnesota Wild and the Frost and other events have already drawn 1 million people to the Xcel Energy Center this year. We wish the Frost luck on their final stretch of the season and are rooting for the Wild, who began their push toward the Stanley Cup last night. As the X marks its 25th anniversary this year, we're working closely with our partners at the Wild and at the state of Minnesota on a generational reinvestment that will keep our arena a premier destination for sports and cultural events for decades to come. The Minnesota Yacht Club Festival brought over 70,000 visitors and contributed more than $100 million to our local economy. The Breakaway Festival is returning and expanding. So is Lower Town Sounds. So are Food Truck Wednesdays. Downtown's food scene is heating up. New spots are opening, from ramen to plant-based fine dining, and the energy is real. Our city employees are embracing an office-first posture to help bring energy back to our core. And as state workers prepare to do the same, we see another powerful opportunity to build on our momentum. Grateful for all the public employees whose presence brings energy and vitality to our city. At the same time, we're aware of a perfect storm of financial pressures on the horizon, from volatile tariffs and economic uncertainty to declining downtown property values and unconstitutional threats to our federal funding. These headwinds put real pressure on every city service. We'll need to meet them head on together. This moment requires big moves, and we're making them. And we're building something better and stronger than what came before. We've got a long way to go, but we've also got a lot to work with. An impressive cross-sector partnership, strong demand, and more momentum than it sometimes may seem. Our downtown belongs to all of us, and it will take all of us to build it forward. We also believe wholeheartedly in the incredible power of home. It's where children take their first steps, where families gather, and where futures begin. Home is a foundation for stability, for safety, and for opportunity. This housing crisis is personal. We feel it when neighbors have to choose between rent and groceries. We see it when families are stuck in homes that don't fit their needs. And we hear it when young people ask whether they'll ever be able to buy a home in the city they love. We can't meet this crisis with shelter beds or short-term help alone. We need smart policies and more housing at every price point in every neighborhood. That's what our all-in housing approach is all about. The belief that we all deserve a safe, stable, and affordable place to live, and that housing justice demands housing inventory growth. The truth is simple. If we want more affordability, more access, and more fairness, we need more homes. And we have to do everything we can to help get them built. Last year, we opened 731 new affordable homes, 255 of them deeply affordable for families earning just 30% of the area median income. Another 293 units are underway, including at Mary Hall downtown, where nonprofit developer Aon is building 88 permanent homes for people exiting homelessness, veterans, and young adults. While we're adding new homes, thank you. While we're adding new homes, we're also protecting the ones we already have. Our 4D program has kept more than 1,000 homes affordable, helping families stay in place. Through inspiring communities, we helped neighborhood developers bring new homes online and gave 6 families up to $90,000 to buy their first home. And our historic inheritance fund has invested $1.6 million to help low-income descendants of Old Rondo buy a home or fix one they already own, rebuilding some of the wealth that was destroyed when the freeway tore our community apart. That's not just housing policy, that's justice. At the Heights on the east side, we're turning vision into reality. With the Port Authority, Habitat for Humanity, Sherman Associates, and J.O. companies, we're turning a former golf course into 1,000 homes, 1,000 jobs, and inclusive parks and green spaces, and using clean geothermal energy to grow this neighborhoods into the future. At the West Side Flats, Highland Bridge, and United Village, we're moving dirt, raising walls, and building the future right now. With support from the local Affordable Housing Aid Program and strong partnerships with Governor Tim Walz, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and our St. Paul legislative delegation, our city is investing more deeply in housing today than ever before. We're doing more to help people stay housed. This year's budget includes emergency rent help, eviction prevention, and expanded support for healthy homes and power of home, because where you live should never put your health or stability at risk. Now, we face a major opportunity. Our city council will soon vote on two ordinances I proposed in last year's budget address, alongside the new investments I've already mentioned, as part of our all-in housing portfolio. The first will update our rent stabilization policy to help get new homes built. The second includes a set of common sense tenant protections that strengthen stability and accountability in our rental market. These proposals reflect the urgency of the moment. They protect renters, give builders clarity, and help us keep growing the homes we need without losing the protections many of our neighbors count on. I appreciate the leadership of Councilmembers Jost, Naker, and Bowie on rent stabilization, and Councilmember Johnson on tenant protections, as they help move forward the proposals I laid out last year. Thank you. Just like with public safety, there's no one fix. The answer isn't one policy. It's the full set of tools we're using to support unsheltered neighbors, protect renters, grow ownership, build new homes, and preserve existing ones. We are all in on keeping all of us in housing. And yet, as we work to ensure every family has a place to call home, we must also be careful stewards of the physical foundations that connect our homes and lives to one another and to our public infrastructure. Infrastructure connects our homes to neighbors and relatives, schools and employers, power and clean water, and most importantly, to each other. That's why reliable, sustainable, and safe infrastructure isn't just a municipal asset. It's a key contributor to how we all feel connected to community. We've seen what happens when infrastructure divides us. I-94 didn't just cut through St. Paul. It destroyed the homes, wealth, and connections of our Rondo community. Today, we're building infrastructure that paves the ground beneath our feet. While others plan walls to keep us apart, we're building bridges to keep us connected. That's why we passed the common sense sales tax, our 1-cent sales tax dedicated to improving the quality of our streets and our parks. It's helping us fill potholes, resurface roads, repair sidewalks, and invest in the public spaces that bring us together. We've completed more than 70 long-deferred park and recreation improvements, resurfaced courts and fields, new playgrounds, fresh concrete, and activated spaces across the city. That's $11.5 million already delivered and another $11.8 million on the way. We've committed nearly $24 million to improve 50 miles of roads, resurfacing streets, repairing sidewalks, updating signs, and making it safer to walk, bike, and drive. And we're pairing those investments with new ways to help people access them. We're piloting the Loop, a free after-school transportation route that helps young people get to libraries, rec centers, and other safe, enriching spaces. Because infrastructure isn't just about what we build, it's about who it connects and what it makes possible. We're advancing our 10-year plan to create a lead-free St. Paul, replacing every lead water service line in our system at no cost to property owners. We're advancing our 10-year plan to create, I'll give you a chance again. We're advancing our 10-year plan to replace every lead water service line in our system at no cost to property owners. We replaced 1,000 lead lines last year, and we'll double that number next year, because our wealth should never determine whether our children can drink clean water. We're also building brand new infrastructure right now to support a clean, safe, and reliable solid waste program. We took on one of the largest operational challenges a city can face, transitioning garbage service for every household in our city just earlier this month. We worked through challenges to deliver that change on time, without disruption, and with a remarkable rate of success. More than 60,000 weekly pickups with missed collections below 1%. Still, trash is a core service. And we know that that 1% represents real challenge and frustration. So our teams meet daily to respond to issues, improve communications, and coordinate with our hauler, ensuring we meet resident expectations. And we're laying the foundation for something bigger. For the first time, city employees are collecting garbage on designated routes, using their time savings to proactively clean up illegal dumping hotspots. This is what it looks like, yes. This is what it looks like to lead with pride and deliver real value for our residents. And later this summer, we'll launch a new furniture recycling pilot with Emerge and Second Chance, helping us responsibly dispose of some of the most commonly dumped items in our city. I want to thank Director Sean Kershaw and all of the men and women of our Public Works Department and all the men and women of our full team who've helped support all of these incredible changes and make them happen. Thank you so much. We're hard at work modernizing the way residents interact with their local government, starting with Pauly, our new permitting and licensing utility inspection engine. With Pauly, residents and business owners can apply for licenses and permits, schedule inspections, and make payments all in one place online. Through our virtual inspections project, our Department of Safety and Inspections has built the capacity to conduct certain building inspections remotely. Using video and mobile platforms, we're expanding capacity, reducing delays, and improving public safety. Because interacting with city government should be simple, accessible, and user-friendly, just like everything else in the 21st century. We're upholding our values as we modernize our systems. Our Department of Human Rights and Equal Economic Opportunity, or HERO as we like to call them, continues to lead, recovering more than 6,000 hours of earned sick and safe time for workers and ordering nearly $150,000 in back wages for those denied fair pay. Strong, modern government must be efficient and equitable at the same time. I'm always moved by our ability to translate community care into policy and action. That's why we're erasing medical debt. It's why we're replacing lead water pipes. It's why we're offering free after-school rides through the Loop. It's why we're investing in housing and public safety and infrastructure and jobs. It's why we offer free youth sports and swim lessons, because the state of our city, the spirit of our family, can neither be measured nor preserved through institutions. The state of our city is yours. It's ours. It's revealed not through official proceedings at City Hall, but in how we care for one another, how we carry one another, and how we choose to fight for our children's future. Especially today, when vile and hateful rhetoric seems to permeate our public sphere. If we want to be the resistance, we have to act like it. Let's resist the urge to yell back and instead be first to listen. Resist the urge to hate back and instead choose love. Resist cruelty by showing up with kindness. To be clear, we remain steadfast in our values. Our police officers will not become federal immigration agents, no matter how loud the clamor rises. We will fight threats to our city's federal funding in court and in Congress and everywhere in between. And we will keep using every tool we have to build a world that is safer, more promising, and fairer for our children. And we will keep on keeping on, fueling our movement with love for one another, not hatred for someone else. It's easy. It's easy to fight fire with fire. That's a natural desire, but right now, we don't need more fire. Right now, we need people willing to interrupt noise with grace, interrupt harm with healing, interrupt the cycles by being the ones to break them. That's how our teams have reduced violence in our city. That's how we build the city we deserve, and it's how we will shape what will come next. St. Paul has always been defined by all of us. As long as we keep showing up and searching for our own better angels, the future ahead will always be bright. Thank you very much.